It is finally the day in which I have to leave this office. I've been here for like 2.5 years at this office, and I mostly got it so I can, have my own private space and be able to lock in and focus and do some work. And I've been doing that. And it's been such a blessing to be able to even have a place like this that I can work from. But now it came a time to move on. I'm gonna be moving soon from where I live to a bigger spot, and in that spot I'm gonna have a spare bedroom which I'm gonna make an office out of. So I will no longer need this space. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit sad because I have a crazy attachment to this place, This is where I started a lot of stuff. I even took on clients so I can, edit for them. And it became less about filming for me. When I first started doing content, I always imagined myself out there just shooting and directing, and never behind a desk just cutting up footage. But lately, that's all I've been doing. I am more of an editor right now than any other position in a film set. And it's awesome having a space to work from. I could just sit down and lock in, which is perfect, honestly. I'm kind of sad that I'm gonna have to leave this place, because now working from home, I'm not sure if it's gonna be the same. I have a daughter there. She's gonna know I'm home and she's gonna want to play, and I'm not always gonna be available, and it's gonna be hard telling her no, that daddy's gotta work. And I also like the fact of leaving home to go work, it makes me actually more productive in a way, versus me at home just knowing that there's a bed next door or there's a pantry downstairs full of snacks. And here, I don't really have that luxury. Here is just a desk and a chair. I'm definitely gonna miss this place. It's been so awesome having it. I've made a lot of memories here. I've even shot some skits here, shot a bunch of reels, edited so many different projects. This has been my spot, but it's time to move on to the next chapter. I definitely went through some troubles as well. It got to a point here that I didn't know how I was gonna pay rent, because I lost my only source of income. At the time when I got this place, I got it mostly to do some video editing work, as well as do some talking head videos for Facebook Reels, which was paying me so good at the time. But then I put out a video that literally restricted my whole account on Facebook, and that was my only source of income. So I was terrified. I didn't know how I was gonna pay rent, but luckily I got that resolved and was able to still continue. But then more happened with that page, and now it doesn't even exist. I had 1.2 million followers on my Facebook page, and now it's gone, delisted, unpublished, terminated. And the reason why I got terminated is because I partnered up with this company from Dubai who was basically renting my page to post stuff on it and then pay me a percentage of what they posted. But what they were posting were kind of explicit content, and it kind of ruined my page. I got demonetized once again. And then once that happened, they were basically just renting my page to use some other feature that my page had, and that was very little money. So I had no way out. I didn't know what to do. I was scared that I was gonna lose this place. I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to pay my bills. A lot of shit went through my head, and at the same time, I was about to have a daughter. So that really f***ed me up, I didn't know what to do. But luckily, my friend, who I've known for over 20 years, was in need of an editor. So he hit me up and asked me to do some work, and which honestly couldn't have been a more perfect time, because I kind of needed it. And then once I got started, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. I can see myself doing this long term, especially because the content that I was editing was actually helping a lot of people. So it was cool to just be a part of that. It was cool to be able to help and be able to serve. Not just one person, but many people as well, anonymously in a way, because no one really knows I'm editing those videos. And honestly, it kind of became my main hustle. Now, this is basically what pays the bills. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity and couldn't ask for a better gig, honestly. And lately, I've been really busy editing these videos. There's always something to do every single day, but I still find the need to create my own content. This is what brings me fulfillment, honestly. I can't just be doing videos for people, even though that's what pays the bills. I still need to do my own stuff. And I went through a crisis, I didn't know what to produce. I didn't know what to film, what to talk about, what type of videos to do. I just know that I wanted to express myself and be able to like build an audience that would f with me for me, not necessarily for something else. Which I definitely felt that when I was doing comedy skits, because a lot of times I would rely on a female actor, you know, that would bring in the views, because people love seeing that type of stuff. So I didn't want to rely on that. I wanted people to be there for me, even if it's a small group. And that's still what I want to do. I want to be able to express myself and be able to tell stories of my own personal life that hopefully relates to people and hopefully teaches people or just entertains. I'm still trying to figure all this out, and I'm not sure what the future of this channel is gonna be, but I'm still here. I'm still showing up, and I wanna be able to show up constantly. Even if my schedule is super busy, I still wanna show up. And a lot of times this thought comes into my head, which is like, who the f would care about any of this, you know? Every single time, even right now when I'm filming this, like I'm thinking about like, who cares? Who's gonna watch this? Why would people watch this? So then like, I try to cater to being valuable, which obviously is the way to go for you to get views. But at the same time, it feels like I'm not really creating art. It feels like I'm just kind of catering to the algorithm, feeding the beast. And that's not really what I wanna do. I wanna do because I love it, you know? Not because I need to get views to pay my bills. And I'm happy that I have other things going on in my life in which brings me income, because then I don't have to rely on this. Because then you could really tell that someone's desperate by doing all these freaking brand deals and doing that, you know, is not authentic to them. And that's the last thing I want. So yeah, hopefully this next chapter, I'm able to film a little bit more, because lately I haven't been filming at all. Because as of right now, I feel like there's something missing in my life. And I feel like this is it, being able to get my thoughts out of my head. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Sometimes I just want to keep my thoughts to myself, but I do want to be able to capture a lot of moments in my life. Looking back at my old videos, I'm so glad that I was able to like capture certain things. I was able to capture like the birth of my daughter, which is so cool. I wish I could see a video of me being born from a perspective of my dad or my mom. Like that would be so cool. And just having that, like, even if it's not public, like that itself is already fulfilling. So yeah, this studio in some way definitely changed my life, you know, and I'm so grateful that I was able to keep up with rent, and I'm so grateful to be able to have this. It served me well. And I know it's sad leaving here, but hopefully whatever's next will be better. I'm about to pick up my key to my new home. This is the first time that I've ever had a place that is in my name. I've always subleased. I've always lived with people, family members, friends. This is very exciting because we've kind of been all crumbled up in one bedroom. Me, my wife, and Lily. Like, we have no room. Like, her crib is there, our bed is there, her changing table is there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty big bedroom, but we still feel like sardines in there, you know? Not enjoying that whatsoever. So we decided to get a bigger place where Lily could have her own room, and hopefully I'm able to pay rent every month. Because my job is not like a regular job where you know, clock in, clock out. I'm a freelancer, so every month is different, you know? And it's scary, and it's part of the reason why I never wanted to like sign a lease, because like I never know what I'm gonna earn. And honestly, like I feel like I'm never gonna be ready, you know, especially if I'm self-employed. I just know that we definitely need a bigger place, and we just gotta take the risk. I can't just keep living with friends and family. new home. Today I'm tearing down everything that is in this office, and it's gonna be ready to be moved out tomorrow. Getting a U-Haul van and taking everything to the new house. I'm gonna have to take these things out. I want this to look decent because I want to get my security deposit back. I think that's my only concern.
Is it all on all sides?
I think the whole thing is a sticker, yeah.
So on the website, doesn't tell you how to remove?
I don't know.
I think you're gonna need like some sort of like knife or something here. It's very stuck to the wall.
I thought you were good at this.
I didn't think it was gonna be this stuck to the wall. Okay, I'm gonna need something like a butter knife or...
I don't have any of that.
something.
I have a plastic fork. Try not to ruin it because I kind of want to reuse it.
It's a lot of glue. Is the whole thing glued?
Yeah, I told you. I do see some residue here though. I don't know if they could paint over this. It does come out though, so maybe I can get like a rag or something.
I think if you get a rag with rubbing alcohol, that will all come off.
Okay.
Ai, você tá arranhando a parede. I don't know why I was invited to this.
Okay, maybe you should do something else then. I'm just happy that the paint is not coming off because that was my main concern.
Yeah.
Try to like maybe put things inside of each other so it's not like everything spread out.
You brought me to help to remove the stuff from the wall, and you're the one removing the stuff from the wall.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I never did like a video tour of the updated version of this studio. The only video that I ever did was me getting it. And it's off.
Nice.
Now I just gotta clean up this residue. Please don't fall on my head. This right here, this pole has been such a good investment. I used to have to put the light on like a C-stand or something, you know? And it would just take up so much floor space. And I don't have that much floor space here. So this right here is such a lifesaver or space saver. Like you can mount this like in a normal ceiling, not these right here. You can mount them like on the floor to the ceiling, or in this case I did wall to wall since it's such a small space. That worked out perfectly, you know, because or else I wouldn't be able to have the light right here. This thing would be in the way. This has been a really good investment. So it's been a few weeks since I got set up here, and so far I have my desk in place. This desk right here is cheap. So me mounting 2 to 3 monitors on it, any little movement I do on a desk, the screens end up shaking. So the idea that I had was get a pole that, you know, you use to mount lights and whatnot, and just attach it to the floor and the ceiling. And now I'm hanging 2 monitors from it. Now this desk is kind of small, so I didn't want my computer on it either. I wanted the computer to be somewhere separate with the hard drives. When you start putting too much on the desk, it starts getting cluttery, and that's not something that I find it helpful for when I'm trying to be productive. I mean, there's still more work to do, and I just got a new couch that I needed it for this space. I think it'll be way more comfortable because right now I only have a chair, and this chair's not that good either, so I might end up having to get another one. I can't get it all at once, you know, I gotta start this slow. Upgrade one thing at a time, over time, instead of buying it all at once. Can't afford that right now. Yeah, need to put this couch together. I'm gonna end up doing this anyway, so why not just film it? Have a chance to make some money from a hobby. That's always been my dream, is to make money from what I love doing. Some might say I already achieved that dream. And all I can say is, maybe they're right. I don't know how I should open this. I just try to pull the top, but it's so heavy. Well, can't return it on that box if I don't like it. It's so hard doing this by myself. I would ask for help, but I'm better than that. Has better texture than I thought. Was I supposed to rip that out? It's like a little chest box. Cool. Wow. Couches come with the plug now. Oh, holy crap. You almost killed my plant. This is the bottom. Look at this. Oh, the legs. Okay. Now we Velcro this bitch up. It's a cool little storage facility. Yeah, it's a little small. I mean, who else do I have over, right? Like, I think I'm gonna put the wire on this side so it hides some of that clutter. How the hell do you put this on? Oh. I thought that bitch was locked. I think I got it. Looks loose as though. Maybe I gotta go on this side to look at what I'm actually doing. Sometimes I'm such an idiot. Ow. Okay, now we're getting it. It's actually a little darker than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a navy blue, but it's like super deep navy blue, almost looking black. Oh, I forgot to put the legs. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me plug that back in. It's a little hard, but I can get used to it. Babe, vem ver como é que ficou. O sofá. Chegou! Eu tava aqui montando.
Eu ia aí te ajudar.
It's okay.
Olha lá, Lily.
Oi, bebê.
This is really nice for $200. What was it, 200?
It's like 160.
Wow.
Yeah.
Olha que legal, Lily.
Ai, ai, ai.
Tá um pouquinho amassado ainda, mas é porque tava na caixa, né?
Uhum.
O que você achou?
I gostei do look of it.
Perfect for you.
Uhum.
It's not like you're gonna be sitting here all day and you need like super comfort. No. Wow, the pillow is actually comfortable.
Yeah. Gostou,
This
Lily?
is so cool, honey. I love it.
Yeah. Ó, vocês podem assistir o Daddy trabalhar agora.
Que legal, Lily. Olha só.
Não, você fica aí. Aqui é o VIP.
Foi difícil montar?
Não, foi fácil.
Honestly, I think for the price that you paid, this is great.
I think it's a good size too, because it doesn't overwhelm.
Yeah.
And it's just enough for a person to be somewhat comfortable here.
Yeah. Ó, se eu quiser tirar um cochilo aqui, ó, fazer companhia pra você, ó.
You comfortable?
Yes, I am actually.
Yeah.
Nossa, cabeu certinho aqui.
Okay, so I think I finally have the setup here the way I want it. It took a little while, but I don't know. This is what makes sense to me the most. Even though I'm always changing it up because I'm never satisfied with how I set things up. So this is the one that I think will stick around a little bit because I'm getting rid of some stuff so I can save up some space because it started getting a little bit too cluttered in here. I had to do something about it, but this is what I have so far. I used to have 2 horizontal screens for my computer setup, but I decided to make one of them vertical. I think it makes more sense. Like, especially browsing the internet, I think it's so much better. And being able to lay out my editing software on the vertical screen as well, I might want to get another one. So I have 2 verticals and 1 horizontal and an iPad. Because I also do have an iPad connected to this. But I use it for like smaller tasks, you know, things that don't really need too much real estate, like iMessage, email, Discord, stuff like that. I used to have the television separate on a stand, but I think I'm gonna get rid of the stand because it just takes up so much space for just having one function. I know you see a lot of fancy setups on YouTube, but this setup right here is just the basics for me. I can't really do too much because I don't own this place, you know. I'm sure the landlord's not gonna like it, but I do see it improving over time. So I'm pretty much done, I think, for now. I'll update you in 6 months if anything changes. So it's been like a month and a half, and I love the new space. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. again and just working on some projects, you know? I still do client work from 10 to 6, but then like, you know, before and after that, I'm able to do whatever. And I also like having all my stuff in one location because sometimes I would go home and be like, damn, I forgot the battery for this, or damn, I forgot the SD card, I forgot the tripod. Like there's always something that I left behind. I'm very scatterbrained. So like having all my stuff in my home in a separate room is like so ideal for me. So if you were to ask me like what's better, having an office space or a home office, I would say a home office, honestly. Even though there's some distractions, sometimes I can hear Lily screaming or crying down there or even laughing. Like I want to be involved, you know, like I want to see what's going on. I think there's definitely pros and cons for both. Honestly, I would love to one day have both. I would love to have a home office and an office space. Maybe like one setup for strictly editing and another for filming. Sometimes I want to have a space where I can film, but honestly, I kind of like filming outdoors. Like having a set. Let the world be my set. I don't want to just limit myself to one spot for filming. There's so many beautiful places out here where I live. Why not just, you know, use it as a backdrop?